The 8 Human Talents, and it's Cathryn Mitchon's book. And she teaches Kundalini and meditation, or at least she did in this time. This was a long time ago. So it's not like this was written last year or something like that. So when she's speaking of, and she'll give you dates. And this is on the 6th chakra, the chakra of intuition. As human beings, we were not given claws, thorns, or hooves to shield ourselves. Instead, the Creator gave us the ability to develop our intuition for protection. The human talent of intuition is located in the 6th chakra, generally defined as the area at our brow point. In the classical chakra system, it is related to the point between the eyebrows, sometimes referred to as the 3rd eye point. This area is where the pituitary gland, also known as the master gland, is located. It is the pituitary that is responsible for the secretion of serotonin, which recent research has pinpointed as being a major factor in the health of our emotional lives. The human talent of intuition is the receiving end of our connection with God. Your intelligence should flow through your chakras under the supervision of your intuition. It is a simple science through which you would become successful in life. That's a quote from Yogi Bhajan. Most of the meditations are done with our eyes closed. We ask the students to imagine they are looking upward and in. Y'all listen to this. And though they were focusing their gaze through this 3rd eye point, even if you aren't using any formal meditation, the act of closing your eyes and letting your eyes focus in this way can have a tremendous relaxing effect. To control your emotions, you have to concentrate on the 6th chakra. And that's another quote from Yogi Bhajan. So then she gives us a meditation. And I'm going to go ahead and read it just so it'll be on recording and just so you guys can have it. And it's a really short meditation on your 3rd eye point. And remember, this is to help with concentration. Concentration is important. Not everybody can concentrate. I found that out. And you guys that work in schools and things like that, you notice that the level of concentration is different. But for adults, it's the same. Not everybody can concentrate. And not everybody can concentrate fully. It's something that has to be practiced, concentration. It goes along with meditation. And so, to develop intuition and your higher powers to experience your 3rd eye, number 1, place your thumbs on the space between your eyebrows. So both thumbs would go here with the hands. Press firmly and roll the eyes up to where you are pressing with your eyelids down. Do this for 3 minutes. Keep your breath long and deep. And with every inhale and exhale, feel the breath going in and out of this point on your forehead. Number 4, after 3 minutes, release your thumbs and sit quietly with your hands in your lap. Eyes rolled up and focused at the middle of the forehead. As you inhale, mentally vibrate the word Sat. And as you exhale, mentally vibrate the word Nam. Continue for 3 more minutes. Number 5, inhale and relax. Then open your eyes slowly, look around, and relax. The effects of this. Usually after a brief period, you will begin to see colors or patterns of light. Often after you have settled into the practice, you will begin to see an amazing indigo blue color. And this is the exact color casually associated with this chakra. If you are conscious, you are alert, and you are intuitive. There is no place for error. That last part is a quote from Yogi Bhajan. When I hear of people going broke because they have spent thousands of dollars calling psychic hotlines, my heart is so sad for them. It is their own psychic hotline for which they are searching. Fortunately, tapping into your own psychic hotline is not going to cost you $3.99 a minute. It's absolutely free. Our psychic hotline is our intuition, which is the receiving end of our connection with God. Within the spiritual design of our bodies, we receive God's word through the sense of intuition. What we refer to in yoga as the 3rd eye point goes beyond our physical eyes. This third eye gives us our depth and dimension in the subtle worlds. It is the energy center where we can master the flow and sense of duality in our mind. For example, if our intellectual mind gives us a yes to some question, our intuitive sense may say no. If we can master the sixth chakra, we would never be confused by the various polarities in life and would be able to read between the lines, so to speak, with this third eye. This is true intuition. In his wonderful book, How Do We Know When It's God?, Dan Wakefield addresses exactly this question. He talks in his book about how the practice of yoga helped enhance his growing Christian faith during a time of crisis. He says, in going to yoga and trying to pray through the flesh rather than words, I feel like I am going back to the basics, going back to the body to find the spirit. Here in the sixth chakra, we are beginning to move into higher realms of intellect and spirituality. That is why for the sixth chakra, there is no correspondent element. In the last three chakras, the sixth, seventh, and eighth, we are now moving into thought and spirit. Confusion is the shadow emotion of the human talent of intuition. Recently, when I was teaching, a man in the front of the class began to distract my attention. As he did each of the poses, his facial expressions became tremendously distorted, much more so than I was used to seeing, even from those students who come from the grunt and grid school of weightlifting. I know some of those students. I spoke to this student after class and asked him why he made these expressions. He confessed to me he had been feeling as if his brain was out of control and that there was a constant stream of chatter that was making him feel confused and depressed. I sensed that he, like a lot of people who suffer from depression, were probably very intuitive people. Since he didn't have the tools to cultivate his intuition, he became confused, which led to depression. What was happening to this man happens to so many of us. Certainly, judging by the widespread use of antidepressants, this is a problem that plagues millions. You will be tested, but that is the nature of life. When life is very rough, be very calm. Go inside and find your soul. Be neutral and meditative, and the way will come, and the way will become more clear. That's another quote from Yogi Bhajan. So she gives and then we'll end here. She gives another exercise for depression. It's a 3-minute exercise I gave to him. It's deceptively simple, and I challenge him to try it for 40 days, not missing a single day. And this is exercise to free you from confusion and depression. So she says, sit quietly with your legs crossed on the floor. Extend your arms straight out to the sides like giant wings, the palms flat down facing the floor, so it's like this, both arms. Begin flapping just your wrists and hands rapidly, as though you are flying furiously through the air, so as fast as you can, both arms, both hands. Your arms will move slightly from the shoulders, but the action is in the wrists. Breathe in long, deep inhalations and exhalations, and do this motion for 3 minutes. Effects. Although it sounds easy, it does get tiring and painful, but he did it. He persevered and did it every single day for 40 days without exception, and continues to do it every day. The change I saw in him was remarkable. His depression and confusion began to lift. And now, when he sits in front of me in class, I see a totally different person, a quiet, happy face. So our intuition really, guys, is there to help us. And a lot of times we think, oh, that's nuts. She gives a story later on where she says that she started using her intuition in simple ways just to practice using it, like mapping out her way to wherever she was going, her journey. Just trying to use intuition to figure out which way she was going to drive that day to get wherever she was going. And I after I read that, I thought, I do that all the time. Or if I go my normal way and something feels different, or something tells me to go a different way, or somehow I'm led off the path, I recognize that as intuition. And you may not never ever know what was that direction, but trusting and believing that the intuition sent you the way that you went for a reason, whatever that reason may be. It could be to see someone, it could be to see something, it could be to avoid something. So I think that us paying attention to what we feel, our gut feelings inside, or sometimes intuition for me comes very silently. It's not like a big blast, go this way, or, I'm afraid, or it could be a very subtle feeling. Sometimes I get a feeling, someone's not going to call, or they're going to be out of my favorite whatever at the grocery store, and that be the case, I say I'm psychic, but whatever. I send y'all telepathic messages all the time. I really, really do. Yeah, see? Good. And I was probably thinking of you, because I really do send you guys messages, and I've sent you a couple, Lindsay, because you've been gone like a week. I didn't send you any, Keisha. So anyway, we can develop these areas of ourselves better. And she says the shadow emotion of this chakra is confusion. And how confused do we get all the time? Very confused. Even sometimes you think you're headed in the right direction, and then you get so far in that direction and you say, wait a minute, this seems like it may not be quite the right direction. And then you're confused. What do I do? Go back and go this way, or do I stay this way, or I think we have to trust in our intuition. Do y'all have any questions?
Let's say that I've experienced that recently. To have that right before the 21st, I was getting that chatter really bad, and it was driving me crazy. And then I had a psychic tell me that that's basically spirit or intuition speaking to me, and since I've accepted that, my psychicness has gone out of the roof.
Yeah.
I was waiting for somebody the other day, somebody on the other side, and that was my first time doing it, and in trusting myself and trusting that intuition, it's really serving me and others.
Yes.
Very well.
And Hannah, she says that somewhere in this chapter in this book, that exact same thing, that trusting, it will lead you. It will bring you to discoveries. It will allow you to see more and to understand.
All the time, and they're like, no, there's no way I can know that.
Exactly.
There's no way, and that's your ego saying you're not powerful, you're not good enough, you're not that. And if you just get past that and find ways to get past it, it takes time, but you can figure out how to get past it. A lot of it's being vulnerable and being okay with being vulnerable.
Yeah.
But once you get past it, you can really start to use it.
Yes.
She's
correct. She really is. Do y'all have anything else you'd like to say or ask?
Does she say what it is about that exercise that helped that man?
She does not. She does not. She just says that and remember, her area of expertise, or where she's from, is Kundalini. And I think that is what the type of thing that they do in Kundalini yoga. And they say all of this is to move the energy up the spine.
And energy points, because there's strong energy points out of your hands.
Okay.
So you're probably really able to, when I'm doing energy work, I go like this. It's shaking all the negative energy out. So it's probably moving that negative energy out and moving the positive energy out.
Maybe so. And it's worth a try if you suffer from depression. In my opinion, if you suffer from anything and you've tried everything, then why not? Some of these things, like changing your thoughts about things, some of these things are not going to hurt us. Do you know what I mean? What is it going to hurt? It's not like someone saying, go jump off a bridge and then see how you feel then. Do you know what I mean?
I think that a lot about being positive, and people are like, what's the use of being positive all the time? Well, what does it hurt? Even if bad things keep happening to you, if you try to be positive.
Yeah.
What's the problem with that?
Exactly. What could it hurt? And so this is just moving the wrist. She says it's a lot in the wrist. Try to keep the arms and the shoulders still and the palms are down. And so, I mean, we don't have to do it now, but if just anyone interested in that, you may suffer silently with something, with depression even, and maybe want to try anything. And so that's there available. And now record it. So if you forget, by the time you get home, you can look it up and hear it again.